Welcome to this lesson on polygenic inheritance, where we explore how many genes work together to control one trait. Unlike simple inheritance patterns, where a single gene determines a characteristic, polygenic inheritance involves the combined action of multiple genes. This creates fascinating patterns of variation that we see all around us in nature and in human populations. To understand polygenic inheritance, let's first compare it with single-gene inheritance. In single-gene inheritance, one gene controls one trait, creating simple, predictable inheritance patterns. Think of traits like blood type or widow's peak. However, in polygenic inheritance, multiple genes work together to control one trait, resulting in complex inheritance patterns that are harder to predict. This is where things get interesting. Polygenic inheritance is a type of inheritance where two or more genes work together to determine a single trait. The key feature here is that these genes act in combination, and their effects add up. This results in a continuous range of phenotypes, rather than distinct categories. Instead of seeing just 2 or 3 variations, we observe a smooth spectrum of possibilities in the population. Polygenic traits have 3 important characteristics. First, they create a continuous range of phenotypes, meaning there are many possible variations between the extremes. Second, each gene involved adds a small effect to the trait. No single gene dominates, rather, all genes contribute incrementally. Third, the environment can influence the final phenotype. This means that even with the same genetic makeup, environmental factors like nutrition or climate can affect how the trait is expressed. Many familiar traits are controlled by polygenic inheritance. Human height is a classic example, showing continuous variation from short to tall. Eye color, once thought to be simple, is actually polygenic with many shades possible. Skin color is determined by multiple genes affecting melanin production. Body weight involves numerous genes affecting metabolism and fat storage. Intelligence, though difficult to measure, has a polygenic component. And hair color shows beautiful variation due to multiple genes controlling pigment production. Let's look closely at human height, the most studied example of polygenic inheritance. Scientists have discovered that over 700 genetic variants contribute to determining how tall a person becomes. These genes work together to create the full spectrum we observe, from short individuals through average height to very tall people. Each gene adds a small increment, and the cumulative effect, combined with environmental factors like nutrition, determines final adult height. Polygenic traits follow a characteristic distribution pattern in populations. When you plot the frequency of different trait values, you get a bell-shaped curve, also called a normal distribution. Most individuals cluster around the average value in the middle, while fewer individuals appear at the extreme ends. This pattern emerges naturally when many genes each contribute small effects. The bell curve is a hallmark signature of polygenic inheritance and helps us identify which traits are likely controlled by multiple genes. Let's summarize what we've learned about polygenic inheritance. Multiple genes control one trait, working together rather than independently. This creates continuous variation in populations, with many intermediate forms between extremes. The traits show bell-shaped distribution patterns when measured across large groups. And finally, environmental factors can influence how these genes are expressed, adding another layer of complexity. Understanding polygenic inheritance helps us appreciate the beautiful diversity we see in living organisms.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.